I was sitting on my couch last night. I don't know if anyone's into Yellowstone. Claire, I'm moving to Montana. I'll be close to you soon. So we're watching this Yellowstone, and we're deciding for our family, like what our Christmas cookies are going to be for the upcoming season, right? And I was actually laying on the couch, and I was like telling my sister, like, I'm like, I want a cookie so bad right now, since we've been talking about this, you know, and like the late night sweets that you have. And she's like, well, Alexis, you know, you have an oven, you have the ingredients in your fridge, you have like a mixing bowl, like you can make them. It's possible that you are able to take the ingredients together and make yourself a cookie. Okay. And of course I didn't, I went to bed, but it got me thinking about kind of in life, right? We sit around saying like, I want this, like someone is just going to like magically hand it to you. And I really wish, right, I did have a chef that could just magically hand me some food sometimes. But the thing is, and the point of this yoga conditioning class is, a lot of times in our lives, we have the tools, right? Like you have your body, you have your breath, you're healthy enough to be here, you have your mat, you have your space, you have your intentions and all of this. But unless it's like perfectly packaged for us, we kind of like walk away from it. We can like easily get frustrated and think someone else needs to do it for us. And so, you know, in the theme of this like yoga conditioning, maybe there's something in your own life that you keep saying that you want, and it doesn't look exactly, it's not perfectly packaged, like with a little bow and ribbon around it, but you actually have absolutely everything you need to make it happen. Okay. And so that's what we have, everything we need to make this yoga conditioning happen: the breath, body, and a clear intention. So coming to lie on your back. Okay. And feel your feet step solidly down into the mat. Finding a comfortable place for your hands to rest. Just give yourself that time to pause if you do find yourself saying, right, like, I want this, or I wish this would happen today, or in the end, by the end of the year, or just something you'd like to manifest in your life. And maybe you just need to take a step back and realize that you have all the utensils, you have all the ingredients to put it together. We just sometimes have to be a little bit more clear with that, like kind of our creativeness, right? Looking around and seeing what we can use to put it all together. And so let's put the class together with a really strong connection to breath. So inhale and exhale fully here. Okay, we're going to start with quite a bit of core. So inhale. And let's exhale and really activate the core as you push the breath out. One more, inhale. Exhale. Take the legs straight up, vertical towards the ceiling. Hi, Demet. Welcome to your first yoga conditioning class. And then arms are going to extend up overhead. Good. You could think of this almost like your down dog. Inhale. And then as you exhale, rock up, Ardha Navasana. Good. Catching it there. And so definitely part of the work is the hover. Good. Legs up, arms back. I'm going to keep my head lifted. If it's too much on your neck, you could always put it down. If you want stronger abdominal work, keep the head lifted. Inhale. Exhale, rock that up and catch your Ardha Navasana. So we definitely, good, Idem. We want to stay rounded through the low back. Exactly. And then legs up, arms back. Inhale, reach for it. And exhale up. That's 3. Pulling the belly button down and in. Definitely that extension of the spine, hovering the legs. Legs up, arms back. Inhale. Scoop it out. Yep, try not to let the chin drop too much down into the chest. So we want the roundedness not in the neck. We want the roundedness in the low back. And one more, leg straight up and toned. Inhale, maybe look up towards the ceiling, chin away from chest. And then exhale, rock that all the way in. Good, now can you keep your legs floating, please? Push your low back down into the mat, arms back. That's your jackknife action. Yep, so now the legs are hovering like an Ardha Navasana. And bend your knees, draw your knees in, hold the backs of your knees, rock up to seated, balancing, don't touch, arms and legs extend. Good, 1, knees draw in, hold them, lower slow, getting your low back down onto the mat, jackknife, open the arms, open the legs here, knees draw in, hold the backs of your knees, and you roll up. So you don't want it to be with a lot of momentum, right? We actually want to use core strength, extend arms and legs, looks good. Bend knees. So I do hold my knees. I keep my legs stable and try to roll more through the spine and then open and extend. Inhale, knees draw in. There should be starting to build a little bit of heat. Good. Rock up slowly. Nice, Maria. Good. Extend the arms, extend the legs. One more time, please. Bend knees and then roll all the way down. Push your low back into the mat. Look to the toes, stretch the fingertips back. Hands come to the backs of the knees and you roll up. Extend arms, extend legs. Plant the hands back behind you. Plant your feet hip width distance apart. Good, spread your fingertips open wide. And on an inhale, reverse your tabletop. And if that feels good, right, you can always let your head drop back. And then hips down to the mat. Keep the feet glued on the floor. I actually step mine a little bit more forward, hands forward, and then roll all the way down. Good, reach the arms up and over. Inhale, extend the abdominals. And then take your time, you guys, articulate through the joints of your spine to roll all the way back up. Good, perfect, nice. Ali, hands come back behind you, spread fingertips and inhale, lift up. So start to use the hamstring, start to use the glutes. There you go, Adam. If you feel comfortable, everybody drop the head back. And then one more time, hips all the way down. Glue the feet into the mat, try not to let them lift, and then through the pelvis, through the low back, through the bottom ribs, control. Arms reach up and back. You should kind of feel good to lengthen there. Inhale, you've got it. You've got all the ingredients here. Go slow, roll up. That's the work. Hands plant back behind you. Thighs stay parallel. Reverse your tabletop. Inhale there. Remember that we want the hands and feet kind of pulling towards one another, towards the midline as you lift up. And then release, hips down to the mat, cross your ankles, and downward facing dog. Excellent, catching that back in your downward facing dog. Knees to the mat, tabletop. Okay, from tabletop, right arm out to the side, parallel with the floor, right hand in line with right shoulder. Left leg kicks up and out. It's called airplane pose here. So we brace in through the core. This is your inhale. Exhale, left knee down, and just thread that right hand through. You're not going to hold. You're just going to tap and touch, spreading the upper back. Lift back up. Inhale, airplane. Yep, try to lift that left foot as high as your left foot. Exhale, thread the needle, twist. 2. Continue, you've got this. Push into the knee, push into the hand. Inhale. Exhale, thread. 3. Yeah, maybe you can get the total back of that right shoulder on the mat. Inhale, continue to use the muscles on the back body to lift the foot, to lift the arm. Tap it down and thread for 4. Pressing the tailbone down. Here we go, use the floor. Float it all the way up, nice and high. Inhale, airplane, chin away from the chest. And exhale, thread that all the way through. And now you can hold. If you'd like to use that left hand a little bit into the floor to helping you to spin into your ribs. And so you have it, right? That key ingredient actually is your breath. Using it here. Inhale. Can you get any more twisting of your stomach, your chest, your ribs to the left? We come back up into airplane. Inhale, airplane. Right hand down. Left foot down as you lift up to come to kneeling. Good. Both arms up. I'm just going to turn so you can see me better. Inhale, both arms up. And then left hand reaches to the right, right arm reaches up and over. So you're side leaning. Let's crunch in through the left obliques, anchoring the tailbone down, and then reverse, opposite direction. Yep, so we're gonna float that there. And windmill. Inhale, pushing from your right hip into your right knee, and exhale. Okay, so if you do these really fast, right, you can get the stretch, but if you do them just a little bit slower, take your time pushing into the feet, and let's really move from the core. Let that be your center. Reach up and out. So long, strong, lean muscles here. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Yep, 1 more. Inhale up. I'm really squeezing the left foot down into the mat, dragging it towards my right knee so you have a tone through the inner thigh. And 1 more time, reach up and away, left hand away from your left foot. Lift up to center. Both arms up, interlace your fingers. Let your index finger be free, Kali Mudra. To the left, little pulses. 10, 9, 8, good. 7, 6, chin away from chest, you guys. We do tend to collapse there when we're using our core. Straighten through the elbows. 3, 2, 1. Back to center. Plant your hands. Tuck your right toes under. Sweep it up and back. 3-legged down dog. Good. From your 3-legged down dog, step. Left foot forward, up in between your hands, lunge. Keep moving, keep breathing. Drop that back knee. You've got this. Sweep your arms up, interlace fingers, Kali Mudra, and pull the arm bones up and back. Right? So it's this really true belief that you have everything that you need right here. The strength in your legs, the power through your core. Inhale, look up, stretch up. Exhale, hands to the mat. Press back, downward facing dog. Stay there for breath. And like, I think we tend to do it a lot, right? Like I tend to like look in my closet and I say I have nothing to wear, or I open my fridge and I say that there's nothing there to eat, right? But it's actually realizing that there's a lot there. We just may have to look at it from a new perspective, right? You have everything that you need. Knees go down to the mat, tabletop, please. Inhale, good, Idem. Yep, left arm out to the side. Let's float that left elbow high. I'm really trying to engage you guys. It's not just like floating the arm up. I'm trying to use the muscles on the back of the shoulder, right? To squeeze the shoulder blades together. And then your right leg extends out, lifting from the outer hips, lots of glutes. Tap your right knee down, thread the needle, twist. 1. Inhale, airplane. Let's start to get a rhythm. Right foot higher, you guys. Exhale, twist in. 2. Right? So it's kind of that idea that like no one's going to come and do it for you. You've got to figure it out. 3, top touch. Inhale, I push the floor. I brace in through the belly so you can even see my right foot. I'm lifting it higher than the hip. Get it up and tap in for 4. 1 more. Inhale, lift. So I've been talking to you guys like a puppet, right? Feel like your strings are attached to your arm and leg, lifting that up. And then bring it down, please. Thread through. Use your right hand, push and twist. 1. Inhale, open up the breath. Exhale, 2. That is truly your main ingredient here. Breathe in and breathe out. Open back up, airplane, right leg out to the side, left arm lifts, float it up high. Right foot comes down and lift up into gate pose. Okay, so sometimes you guys, you got to feel like those suspenders right on the front of the pelvis to lift through the front rim. And then left arm reaches towards your right foot. Good. Stretching away from that right foot. And then switch. Inhale. I push from my left foot down into my left knee, but I'm definitely squeezing together. Can you feel tone through the inner thighs? And switch. Good. In and exhale. Continue. Inhale. Belly button is in. Exhale. Okay. 2 more. Pull away, pull away. Yep. Maybe stretch your mat with your right foot to lengthen as you switch belly in. And 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. I think I changed the breath from the other side. That's okay. Just moving with the breath. Come back up to center. Arms up, interlace the fingers, Kali Mudra. To the right, pulse, 10, 9. Squeeze the elbows to straight. Can you use your hands, the fist, to pull up and out of the shoulders? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Back to center, and then hands to the mat. Swing that leg up and back. 3-legged down dog. Inhale, lift. Exhale, step right foot forward, up in between your hands, lunge. Good. Back knee down. Push from the toes, circle the arms around and up. Kali Mudra. Cut through any tightness up around the heart, up around the shoulders. Excellent. Inhale. Full breath. Exhale, plant the palms. Push back. Downward facing dog. Okay, so just like you gotta have an oven if you're gonna make a cake, if you're gonna let it all come together, we want some heat helping to meld together, right? Your kind of the body, the mind. Inhale. Exhale, knees down to the mat. Last part here, drop your right elbow down. So this is always in yoga, we always call this like the funky arm position. So you're a little bit off balance. Extend your left leg back. Nice, good. Left leg up. Now, for the rest of class, we're gonna end up using quite a bit of your glutes, right? Your butt muscle. So see if you can feel the glute there. And then how high can you get your left knee to tap your left shoulder? Good. Take the leg back up. How high can you get it to lift? And then tap the left foot, kind of rainbow it over to the right. There you go. Exactly. Good, Claire. Yep. Inhale it up, squeeze, turn on the glute, picture it working, tap, touch, lots of oblique, lots of core as you round in. Push it up, inhale. Tap it back, rainbow it over to the right. Exhale, inhale. Lift, 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 lift. Remember the prana action, lifting up. Exhale, draw in, squeeze, contract. Inhale, lift. Okay, now open the heart, look a little bit forward. Tap it over to the side, squeezing inner thighs. Inhale up. And exhale, tap that all the way in. Good. Extend left leg up towards the ceiling. Plant both palms. 3-legged down dog, reach it up and back. Inhale there. Exhale, step left foot forward, up in between your hands, lunge. Nice big step there, Adam. Good. Wide in the stance, open, back right knee down. Right elbow outside edge of left knee. Twist it out. So we've basically just been in the core and in the hips. Bring it out here, try to stack left shoulder on top of right. Can you pull the shoulders down away from your ears as you plug in? Hands to the mat. Tabletop position. Last side, left elbow comes down, that funky arm position. Extend your right leg back, and then glutes, you guys, lift the glute up. And so actually, like we don't focus on a lot, and you know, sometimes it can put us into the sacrum a little bit, but apply the right amount of work there, even thinking that you're lifting from your inner thigh. And then please circle that around and top touch, squeeze in, inhale up, and then rainbow it over, cross. There you go. Feel your inner thighs working. Rest of the body stays stable, right? So that you're not moving through the shoulders, you're not moving through the spine and through the core. You're moving from the hip better. Tap it in. Take it back. Inhale up, exhale, tap. Lift. squeeze in, X, get some repetition going here, draw it in, 3 and cross, lift and tap, lift for 2 and up, squeeze in. Can you draw it higher? I try to think to get tuck it like right into my armpit last time, up, cross it over, tone the inner thighs, your adductors, take that right leg up, squeeze it in, inhale, right leg lifts, plant palms, 3-legged down dog, stretch that out, inhale, exhale, right foot steps forward between your hands, long lunge, back knee down, ring it out. Left elbow outside edge of right knee. 1. Inhale. Exhale for 2. Okay. Push the hands together. Spread across your collarbones. And look forward and down, fingertips down, back foot steps forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold in. Hands to hips, elbows up, flat back, and lift to rise. Stay in continuous flow. Inhale, arms up, reach. Exhale, dive in, fold. Start to get in some sun salutations. We're gonna take a little modification. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step back, meet me in chaturanga. Now, if keeping your knees up is too hard, feel free to put them down, right? Bend your elbows, chaturanga. Press back up, plank. Kick your left leg out, touch your left toes with your left hand. Yeah, hover that leg, chaturanga. Plank, right leg, right hand, tap. Inhale, exhale, chaturanga. Try not to touch the floor. Left, keep going. Hit the chaturanga. In between, tap right toes, keep going. That's 2. Left, chaturanga. Right, chaturanga, upward facing dog. Inhale, lift the heart. So you do 3 full sets. Nice. Love to see some modifications, you guys. I would much rather you, right? So that's kind of the ingredients, right? Sometimes you have to substitute some things if you don't exactly have it, right, on hand. So put your knees down. Just do a little bit of substituting until you feel like you have that strength. 1. Inhale to really open the upper back here. Letting it melt down and in for 2. Inhale. Exhale for 3. Heart rate should be getting up. That's the point of yoga conditioning. Jump it forward. Use some other, like, strengthen your circulatory system. Inhale, open. Exhale, fold in. We stay in flow one more time. Inhale, lift all the way to rise. Use your breath. Power it up. Exhale, fold in. Uttanasana. Inhale, open, center of chest stretches forward. Meet me back, plank pose. So it's strong arms, strong legs. There's definitely a huge balancing component here. Inhale, chaturanga, exhale. Press back up. Right foot, right hand, tap. Good. Yes. And hit the push up and tap back up. Left foot, left hand. Good. 2. Elbows in. Tap, nice, good, and last one. Right, tricep push-up, left, tricep push-up, chaturanga. Inhale, urdhva. Exhale, press back. Downward facing dog. 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. In and exhale fully. Look forward, jump forward, top of your mat. Inhale, open. Exhale, belly, chest, chin, fold in. Okay, stay there for a moment. Take this as a little breather, a little break. We're gonna switch to our burpees, but today we're gonna jumping jack at the top and we're gonna plank jack at the back. You'll see what I mean, and we're gonna do 10 of them. Good, hands to hips, elbows up, flat back, lift to rise. So what it will look like is a jumping jack at the top, jump back, jack at the back, and jump forward. And that's one, okay? And today we'll do 10 because you take up a little push-up so they're not quite as hard. On your own, right? So you go at your pace. You have everything that you need. Got the information, you've got your breath. And jack, back, jack at the back. Use your inner thighs to squeeze together. So I tend to like try to get kind of in like a rhythm, right? But maybe you're gonna try to challenge yourself to go faster or slower, keeping your hips definitely low when you're in the plank though. There's this tendency to kind of do it almost like a down dog. Hips low. And I'm pretty sure that that's 8 for me. 9. Step in. I'm going to do one more for good measure. And top of your mat. Good. Pulse. Heart beating. Little heat from the inside. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold in. Uttanasana. Your version of a sun salutation. Inhale, look forward. Your choice, step or jump. Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva. Exhale, back. Adho. Look back at your feet. Walk your hands all the way to the back of your mat. Walk your feet to the back of your mat. So we have a long runway in front of us. Lots of space. Rise to fingertips. Spin your inner thighs back, half flat back, center of your hips over the center of your heels. Exhale, fold in. Okay, think maybe you guys, we've been working this kind of, and we're going to work it even more tomorrow in basics. A little bit more of this like prana aspect as you feel your hips lifting up, and this apana action as you feel your feet pressing down. Hands to hips, elbows up, flat back, and lift to rise. To the top of our mat, we're gonna do in and out drop squats. So it's tap together, tap together. Let's make sure we take at least 10, okay, to kind of get to the top of our mat. Otherwise you could do it in like 2 and it wouldn't quite get that cardio aspect. So just light, out and in, traveling to the top of your mat. Good. So hopefully we're getting some inner thighs and some outer hips today. Good. And I'm gonna call that 8, 9, 10. Good. Top of your mat. Last round of burpees, they're reverse burpees with a predator jack. It's a rock back, a rock forward, and then a predator jack, you guys, is big and out and back together. Okay, that's a predator jack at the top. 10 of these, and then you're done with your cardio. From the top of your mat, inhale, rock it back, swing it forward, predator jack at the top. Good. These ones, even if I don't do them fast, they usually catch up on my bum and my inner thigh. Get big. Good. Nice and neat. Chest up, eyes up. Push from the floor, land lightly. I'm halfway, and they're creeping up. Little oven here in the hips. 5. Big, spread your arms out. Take up space. Yes. Loud. Come on, come on. 3. Good job. Get out of the mind. 2. And last one. Rock that back. And jump it forward. Top of your mat. Nice. Clear all the way to the end there. Arms up, reach, inhale. Exhale, please fold. Inhale, lengthen half flat back. You can hop, step, or float. Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva. Exhale, Adho. Okay, so the amazing thing is, like, you guys have done so many of these with me, right? But you kind of know the structure. You started on your back, right? You got your core work, warmed up on hands and knees. Okay, so then like you kind of know what the ingredients are of class, so you can check in with your energy. Do you have enough? Maria, just bend your knees ever so slightly. Yeah, and just see if you can turn your sitting bones. Yeah, get a little bit more of that fold So you can open your shoulders more. Good. Right foot steps forward up in between your hands, lunge. Good, big step. Lift to rise, high lunge. Stretch up and out of that back left hip. Okay, standing L. Yeah, so I'm on my right foot, my left fingertips tap, and then lift up to stand, not letting that left leg touch the floor. Yeah, so we're gonna try to hover it. Touch the floor, hinge back, standing L. And press back up. All right, so you guys have got your movement now. We wanna see if you can keep your spine fully straight. So sometimes I put a hand, my left hand on my sacrum and my right hand on the back of my head, almost like what if you were holding like a broomstick, right? If you were holding a broomstick at the back of your spine and working that hinge here. Good, you can touch the floor if you need to, that's absolutely fine. We've done quite a bit to turn on the inner thighs, you guys. Deepen the inner thighs back for 5 and lift. So basically the only thing that's moving is that ball and socket joint on the right hip. 3, 2, I find this feedback of my hips and my hands helpful. 1, standing L. Left foot reaches back. Both arms reach forward, 45-degree angle. I'm pushing the floor away with my right heel. Warrior 3, bend your elbows in, squeeze your lats. Step it back 45 degrees. Inhale. Exhale, press up, squeeze the lats. 2, 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. We've had quite a few warrior 3s recently. Remember that you're trying to lift the hips up off the thigh. Lots of balance here today. You guys reach for it. Extend the arms away from that back left foot. You should feel a pull through the abdominal wall and float back up. High lunge. Anyone else? Right hip a little bit on fire. Inhale, high lunge. I know we're staying in the same leg. Left elbow, outside edge of right knee, do not touch. Hover, step to the back of your mat. Whoa, good. So it's a front lunge with your right leg. Front lunge, twist. I'm hovering though, I'm not touching. Push back. Good. Look forward. Front lunge, twist, push back. 2, in, catch it, twist, X, push back. 3, there you go. Big steps, big forward lunge. Yes, ring it out, pulling your right hip back. Explosive power off that front leg. Can you do it in 1 step? Last one. Front lunge, eyes up, chin up, twist. Press it back of your mat. Yeah, so lately I've been trying to stay on one leg to kind of get more reps. We're at the back of your mat. You have your in, out, travel hops or squat jumps to the top. So out and tap, lightly together. Maybe you think of them like frog hops, just touch the floor, but notice that my chest is really not sinking down. Keeping the chest up. 6, 7, ran out of mat, just do them at the top. 8, 9, 10. Inhale, arms up, reach. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, lengthen, half flat back. Your choice, step or jump, chaturanga. Inhale, urdhva. Exhale, hips up and back. Adho. Okay, pause there. Bend the knees, turn the sitting bones up. Left foot steps forward up in between your hands. Standing L. So I am using my fingertips, everybody, just to start, right? To give me kind of that feeling that I can lift the inner back right heel. And then lift up. Try not to let your right foot touch the mat. And I'm going to bring the back of my right hand to the hip. Left hand there for feedback. And then hinge. Okay, so if you're at the gym, these would be like called single leg Romanian deadlifts. You would kind of like hold a weight and use that weight as like a counterbalance to lift up. And then pull you to parallel. Okay, so lots of ingredients here, right? There's a lot to manage. There's balance, there's breath. Keep the awareness through your spine. Okay, let's do 5 more. So one of the ingredients you can take out of it though, you guys, is speed. Don't feel like you have to do these fast. Shoulders back. So quality ingredients, not just throwing anything together. Let's do 3, 2. Can you get a more powerful hinge? Right, so I almost fell because I'm trying to explore that end range. And then back up. Good, so sometimes it's okay to fall to find some new space. Good, hinge. Step your right foot to the back of your mat. Both arms forward, that's your 45-degree angle. Turning your right hip down and into it. Inhale. Exhale, lift up, warrior 3. Bend your elbows to get the lats, your upper back. Reach it back. Inhale. Exhale, hinge forward. 2. Nice. Push, push, push off the floor. 3. Very good. Wow. And 4. Can you drive so much down into that left heel that your pelvis lifts up a little bit? Last one. Right heel presses back, center of the chest pulls forward, lengthen the abdominals, and then press off. Good. Land, high lunge. Oh, that's a huge difference between sides. Inhale, high lunge, hands to heart, right elbow hovers with the twist. So it'd be really easy for me to just touch and kind of hang there. I don't want you to hang, I want you to hover, and then you press off your left leg to the back of your mat. Stand in Tadasana. Front lunge, arms up. Inhale. Hands to heart, twist and hover. So nothing is touching, and push back. Yep, clear step. Tadasana at the back of your mat. Nice. Yeah, so it's actually pretty powerful, right? And step forward. Inhale. Try to straighten my back leg as much as I can and ring out. Push back. Inhale. Ring out the upper back. Push the palms. Yep. All the way back. 4. Last one, please. Squeeze inner thighs. Press the entire sacrum forward onto the back of the hips. High lunge and twist. Back up. Back of your mat. Couldn't read it exactly. And then from the back of your mat, inch, worm it forward. Shifting into plank. Spin both heels over to the right. Left hand behind the back of your head. Keep your left foot grounding down. Right knee comes in, tap, touch, and then drop your right knee down. 8, 7, good. More inner thighs. 6, open the chest at the top. 5, 4, 3 and top. 2, 1, right knee down. Table top position. We're almost ready for a child's pose. I didn't forget, elbows down. Parallel your forearms, tuck toes. Dolphin. So knowing that you have all the ingredients does not mean that you're not allowed to substitute, that you're not allowed to modify, right? Maybe you bend your knees a little bit more. Inhale. Exhale, lift your elbows, down dog. Last side, you guys shift forward into plank. Drop both heels to the left, right arm up. Bend the elbow, right foot stays on the mat, left knee draws in and you tap, and then you swing it down. 8. So I do at the top, you guys, I try to use my head and my hand to open the chest though, so that you feel a little bit of a back bend. 5, 4, 3, 2, you should be lifting from the inner right thigh. 1, hand and knee to the mat. Good, elbows down, elbows in, dolphin pose. Last time. Bring it all together. Feet to knees, knees to hips, hips lifting up and letting it pour down the spine, broaden across your upper back. Inhale. Exhale, knees down, elbows out to the side, child's pose. For me, a little bit of this theme too is that when we're constantly saying like me sitting on the couch, I wish, I want, right? Wanting something else besides in like what we already have. Right? Not always having to go outside of ourselves, but remembering it's inside. And then hands come forward, you guys, downward facing dog. And walk your hands to the back of your mat. Good. Hands to hips, elbows up, press to stand. Okay, turn to the side edge of your mat. It's going to be squat, left hand at your belly, right leg kicks up and back on the diagonal. So this is called, like, I don't know if any of you are dancers, it's called like an arabesque. As you kick that leg back, I want you to feel the glutes, right, in the outer hip working. So you're gonna switch back and forth between sides. Squat, and then right hand, and I want you to get that little squeeze, that power that helps you lift the leg. Inhale, and back. And so there is that pause, and I kind of even reach back and I just make sure that that's the muscle that's working. In, X, lift tall. Notice that you're probably shifting your hips forward, you're probably leaning your chest forward, which is okay, but try to keep pulling it back. Couple more, squat, down into the legs. So I put my hand there, right, so that my pelvis isn't tipping forward, that I feel like it's lifting up. Squat, arabesque left. So little reminder, lifting up through the front core, find that glute, and in, let's go, right, squeeze, one more, inhale, and left, squeeze. Last bit of conditioning, and then we're down. This is what it's gonna look like. I'm gonna look at the center of my mat. I don't know how many of you were cartwheelers as kids. It's kind of like a cartwheel. Right? I'm gonna put my hands, so that's gonna be right, left, and I'm gonna try to land and tap the knee. Okay, and then come back up, you're at the back of the mat. You go the other way, and you try to take a 90-degree squat. So, full fling, look at the center of your mat. 1, 2, step the foot. So, I kind of keep losing my balance because I'm going like full cartwheel, right? Maybe slow it down so that you kind of feel the control to land. Nice, it looks good. And Claire's a gymnast. There we go, nice to meet you. So you guys, if nothing else, sometimes I like to just kind of have fun on my mat, a little bit different of a movement pattern. All right, we're gonna do a whole class, just cartwheels. You guys are pretty good at this. All right, Gotta have a theme for next week. Yep. Please do at least 2 more on each side. Move your body through space. 3. And I've got my last one. Back and over for 4. Excellent. I'm at the back of my mat. Fold in. Inchworm halfway to the middle of your mat. Look at your right hand, right foot next to right hand. Look through, so I've got a lot of mat in front of me. Shoot, left leg through to come to seated. Good. Right knee drops out. Turn out over your left leg. Janu Shirshasana to fold in. Letting it get a little bit quieter now. I bet it's so peaceful, Maria, in your house with no electricity. Right? I kind of remember that as a kid, like it'd be pretty peaceful. Right? And because it's kind of like our yoga practice, when we turn off the outside world and we tune in and quiet the mind, connect to the breath. Okay, you guys, you've whipped all the ingredients together, you put it in the oven, and now it's time to kind of like enjoy that cake that you made. Like get in there, you've got the space. Let it feel good in the back hip. Stretch out through the left hamstring. Inhale. Exhale. Good. You'll come forward, lift up. Okay, step your right foot into the mat, and then you'll hinge and swing your left foot back. So it's that really short down dog. So my hands are very short, and then left foot steps, little baby half step, and right foot shoots through. Nice. Yeah, there you go. That was smoother I have a huge difference between sides there. And then left foot in, left knee drops. Turn and fold over your right leg. In the pose, right, you guys, it can really kind of have like whatever you're focusing on. Like, are you turning away? Do you want more of a twist as you turn away from that back left hip? Do you want to have more stretch through the back of your right leg, the right hamstring? So maybe you try to anteriorly tip your pelvis more. Or maybe you want to just be working on lengthen the spine, feeling like you're extending. So where do you put your focus? Inhale. Exhale. Good. Lift back up to center. Step your left foot back into the mat. Use your fingertips or your palms. Step back. Swing the right leg back. So that does use your core a little, you guys. And then plant your hands. You're in that kind of like mini down dog. I like to lift at fingertips. It gives me a little bit more space. Look forward. And then shoot your legs through to come to seated. Oh. Almost did, Em, right? You almost made it. You almost cleared it. Good. Both legs forward. Spin your inner thighs down. Grab the pinky edge sides of your feet. Remember last week when we were working on kind of like walking the sitting bones back? Kind of travel the sitting bones back towards the back of your mat as you lengthen your heart forward. And then please fold in. So sometimes in the yoga conditioning, right, it's kind of hard to pull the theme or the thread all the way through as I'm kind of trying to catch my breath. But so in this kind of quiet space, it really is true. Like we all have so much. We've all been provided with so many blessings. And maybe you just have to find a new combination, a way to work them all together to create like that life, that cake, right? That metaphor of creating what you need. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen, half flat back. And then release. You can bend your knees. I like to set my feet in the mat and kind of just how we started, get that control as you lower all the way down. So I would like to give you the opportunity, if you would like to do a wheel pose, because we did quite a bit of core today to open up the front body, right? Otherwise, you could come into bridge, or if you're ready to just rest in some stillness today, you could also just go right into Supta Baddha Konasana. But if you're ready, you could plant your feet, and I've really been working wide, you guys, meaning I'm taking my feet wide, almost to where just the big toe mount is on the edge of the mat, like almost like the rest of my foot is off the mat. And then hands alongside my ears, right? And again, wide with my hands. So I have a very big base that gives me enough room to feel that I can lengthen the tailbone forward and then press up into your wheel. Knees reaching forward, heart stretching back. Okay, we still feel though that like the inner knees, the inner thighs are flowing downwards. Inhale. Very nice. And come all the way down as you exhale. Knees draw in. Little massage, left, right. If you've got another Urdhva in you, if you've got like that kind of energy for it today, that's fine. Otherwise, bottoms of your feet together, please. Knees wide and open, and arms out to the side. So I'd actually really like you to use this like as a pose today, meaning that you feel the pinky edge sides of the feet likely coming together. And that as you press in through the heels and the pinky edge side of the feet, we try to lengthen back out the inner thighs. And then it's up to you to kind of pay attention. Are you overarching your low back? Right? So I feel like you want a lumbar curve, but sometimes I feel that people really arch into the low back to kind of avoid some of the work in the hips. So just make sure that you feel like your spine is long. Arms out to the side. But we're not going to be late. I've got the time, but I do want 1 minute here and then 1 minute in Shavasana. Okay, we're kind of spiraling into that busy time of year. So give yourself that extra minute here, closing your eyes. One of the reasons why I don't cook is because of the frustration of it maybe not turning out well. Right? And sometimes we do that in our own lives. Like we're just afraid of, what the outcome might be. So maybe you just need to start looking for like a simpler recipe, or right, something that really is in your repertoire, instead of just kind of leaving things in frustration and not using your ingredients the best of your ability. And then you're going to stretch your legs open wide for Shavasana. 1 minute, kind of blinking the eyes closed. Wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes. Stretch the arms up and over. And then you'll bend your knee as you roll to the right. And press up to find seated. Holding your hands in front of your heart center. And so sometimes I hope you guys at these like little metaphors. I'm not trying to be like over simplistic or cheesy or something, but just kind of like when you want cake, when you want something, you've got the ingredients, a little bit of time in the oven, a little bit of effort, and you can really kind of manifest what you need. And then you take your thumbs to your third eye, bowing forward to seal your practice. Jai, Siddhartha.